Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is Symptom of Artist. In the last episode, we started the Fire Temple, and we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. Had some lunch in between, so I'm feeling better now. I think I was getting pretty hungry and not really realizing it. And I hate these boulders, I really do. I wish there was like a little space where you can avoid them, because I really don't want to keep going back and forth, because especially with the way this room layout is. This room is so odd. We can go in there, but I think there's more we can do in the room first. And they move kind of fast, too. I feel like by the time you have time to react, you know, it's too late and they're going to hit you. Did I get this one? No, I didn't. I feel like I passed the same doors in this room a lot too. There's a gold sculptula in here too. When you are on fire, you can put it out by swinging your sword, or by rolling forward. Did you know that? Stop, drop, and roll. Yeah, I think we wanted 2 keys before we went on that other locked door. Yeah, all these treasures in the Goron cells are going to be keys. You actually don't get the dungeon map or the compass until fairly late into the dungeon. Oh, I hear him. Are you over here? Yeah, it's the... Oh, I have bombs out already. There you go. Sorry, I'm not talking or anything. I don't know, my back is just really distracting me a lot. I'm leaning back more in my chair. I have a pillow behind me too, but I don't know. I wanted to get through the water temple today, but I don't know. Depending on how I'm feeling after this temple, I may actually just call it quits for today and lie down. Yeah, I don't know what happened last night. I really did not sleep on it well at all. I took like a really hot bath and shower this morning. Yes, both of them, because I've started taking baths again to help my legs and my feet after they get super sore at work. And it's actually working out pretty well, but, you know, it's not the biggest bathtub in the world, so I do, you know, not a lot of room to move around, so I gotta shower afterwards. Or I'll shower in the morning and I'll take a bath after work. There's an eye switch here, right? I think we can get the dungeon map from here. Yeah, don't fall from here. It's not one of those you fall into an abyss and you appear at the door again. You literally fall into that big room we started the game in. Well, not the room we started the dungeon in, but like that big room that we explored a lot after we met Ocarina. You got the map! Yeah, so this room over here is where we're going to be going next. But... crossover. Super slow. If I was feeling more adventurous, I'd probably try to roll off the ledge and do a jump over to where the door was. So this is kind of like, okay, or we can screw up royally like that too. This is kind of a stupid room. There's going to be this firewall that follows you. And I don't know why, but it always confuses me. Like, I know what to do because I had the guides growing up, but it always confuses me because it's like, you gotta cross this whole room, and then you gotta go through the door at the end, and then you gotta cross it again to get to the middle. Does the firewall disappear? Yeah, it does disappear. Just, I don't know, it's just weird you have to go back and forth twice with it. In here, you can get to the top of the annoying room. I'd take care of this guy now before, Actually, you know what? Because... isn't this where the Scarecrow song is? Yeah. So come over here. I think over here. There's like this whole other part of the Fire Temple that is not needed for anything at all except to get a gold Skulltula. Maybe 2. But it's interesting because the way the rooms look on the map, it kind of makes me think it's the Fire Temple and we're going up inside Spectacle Rock. I really love details about that really just kind of make the world fit together pretty nice. And I'll show you what I mean when we come up to the map here. Well, actually, we have the map, so I can just show you now. So on the 5th floor are these 2 circular rooms that you come to. And wouldn't you know it, they look a lot like the, where they would be in Spectacle Rock, if we were following the Fire Temple layout. Or I don't know if you, like, turned around compared to where you were when you entered the Fire Temple and you're actually reaching Spectacle Rock. Or if it's just a cool little, like, you know, fun thing, but they didn't think about the layout. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, there's another gold Skulltula here. In fact, maybe this is the only place where it is. You might just... because I know there's also a chest that has 200 rupees in it. Like, both of these rooms up here have a similar thing where there's a switch you hit at the beginning and you have to climb up a really narrow obstacle course to get the prize. Oh, no, there is another Skulltula. Yeah, so there's 2 in this completely random area that you need the Scarecrow's song for. And I don't even know how many people that play Ocarina of Time know about the Scarecrow's song. I don't know. I feel like you'd see enough of them online, but the Scarecrow's song is never really properly explained. Navi turning green is never really properly explained. Whoops. Yeah, I think we missed this by a lot. Yeah. But that's okay, because over here is just a shortcut back to the start. Because, like, I mean, the instruction manual does a good job at explaining the different colors when you're Z-targeting to something, but the game never really explains too much about when Navi turns green, like, on her own. Like, just, I said let go. Or you know what I'm doing? I'm confusing Zelda and Mario 64 controls together. Dang it. If only I was rolling. If only I was rolling, I could have gotten there in time. Maybe I'll break my rule and roll for this one. See how it works. Yeah, in between my recording sessions, one day I just kind of like decided, hey, since the Nintendo 64 is hooked up, why don't I play some stuff? So I was playing Mario Golf one night, and then I don't know, I kind of just wanted to do something else after that, and I didn't really know what I felt like, so I just picked up Mario 64 and put it in. Thought I'd mess around for a little while, do a casual run. That was on Friday. It's Tuesday now. And I finished this morning with 90 or so stars. I was originally just going to end it at 70, but I thought, let me at least try the other worlds out. I got 100 coins in some of them, but I don't know, I just really don't feel like the 100 coins. Well. Oh well. That's what the Scarecrow song was used for up there. And then we gotta do that stupid firewall thing again. It's not that stupid, it's not even that hard to do. But I don't know, something that just kind of bugs me. You know what it is? Because when you jump on here, Link has to just like stop in his tracks and be like, hey, what's going on? Oh, there's fire behind me, and I don't know. It like puts you in a different direction and it kind of disorients me a little bit. There's a fire bubble that always appears right as you're jumping, and it's like, is it gonna hit you? Is it gonna hit you? Is it gonna knock you in the fire and trap you? But yeah, Mario 64. It was weird because like I guess I did play it just about every day in between Friday and today. But I don't know, half the time I was having a good time with it, and half the time I wasn't, and I felt like all the times I wasn't, I was just like in a really bad mood too. Like stupid little things were annoying me. And I had, unfortunately, some rage quitting moments just on some of the stupider stars that I didn't want to do in the first place. Like I was doing that in Shifting Sandland, when you're inside the pyramid and have to get all the secret numbers. Climb that pyramid twice, because I kept falling off when I was trying to land at the sand waterfall platforms on either side of them. And eventually, I was like super tired when I was doing it too. My back was, surprisingly enough, killing me again that day as well. So after I fell for the second time, I'm just like, screw this, and I just turned it off and went to bed. The next day I had a really good time with it, and the day after that was just really annoying. And then this morning was pretty fun. I don't know, it was weird. I'd like to Let's Play Mario 64 at some point in time, but I don't know. Like the Mario series in itself, it's something I like, but never really found myself in love with compared to other games. Although I will say I do like Mario 64 quite a bit. For an N64 game, I played enough of, but you know, not compared to some other games I had. It did end up, I do end up holding some fond memories of it. I don't know, but we can talk more about those whenever I do Mario 64 for a Let's Play. I've only 100%ed it once though, to be honest. Yeah, because it wasn't actually my copy of the game. I had a friend from like bowling league actually, who had came over to play one day when we were kids, and he left it at my house, or he let me borrow it or something like that. And you know, I never saw him again after that league, and I don't know if I just didn't realize I still had the game, but oh, that switch over there was for him, wasn't it? I thought that was a rusted switch I needed the Megaton Hammer for. But I just had it, and I guess I just never realized it was his until like much later. Funny thing is, actually, when I started high school, I became friends with him again, but I didn't actually know who it was. And I thought it was really weird because I was friends with him again for like a couple of years. And then I asked, hey, did we ever bowl on the same team together? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, I feel so stupid. I had no idea you were that same kid. I have your Mario 64 game. Do you want it back? And he's like, nah, that's okay. You can keep it. Yeah. I liked hanging out with him. He was fairly close to my house, too. And I remember even, like, late high school, early college, you know, we tried hanging out normally a few times, and I thought we had a good time, but I don't know. Between this or that, we just kind of lost touch a few different times. And, you know, actually, I saw him in Stop and Shop one day after work. And I wanted to say something, but I always hate running into people that I knew from a long time ago and haven't talked to in a while. Because I'm always really bad at small talk. I've never been one to, like, enjoy conversations about, like, catching up and... Well, I mean, I like hearing what other people are doing, but I mean, there's nothing ever really new or exciting going on with me. You know, I've been at the same job for almost 10 years now. Nothing has changed that's been particularly positive. In fact, usually I'm in the middle of like how I am right now, where I'm just like in a super depressed state where, you know, I just lost a bunch of people that were, I don't know, I don't want to say holding me together, but they sure did a good job about making me feel better about myself, which is ironic because now they just make me feel horrible about myself. So I never really want to, like, go into stuff like that, because it's like I don't have anything like that on paper sounds impressive that I'm doing. It's like, what am I saying? Like, oh, I started doing Let's Plays to people that have no interest in video games at all. It's like, cool, you have a lot of time on your hands, don't you? And I may want to be like, well, you know, I always did enjoy editing videos. I kind of view this as a way of practicing that. Maybe I could work my way up toward something in the future, but, you know, conversations like that never really go that well. It always just kind of, can you go away, Boulder? Like, I cannot overstate how much I can't stand these boulders in this temple. Anyway, sorry about that. I get heated with those boulders sometimes. Finally we have the compass, so now we can actually see where we're going in the temple. But, so I was just particularly feeling not great that day. And I had just run into another friend I had in Stop and Shop earlier that week. And that conversation was pretty awkward. Nothing really, ironically, nothing really with me, but with her. So, I don't know. I didn't really feel like getting into what have you been up to kind of conversation. I was more of a, I just finished my shift at work and I really just wanted to buy some dinner before I went home kind of situation. Oh, I can go this way. No, I can't go this way. How do I get to the other side there? This is that room, right? Oh, I see. I come out of that door over there. Yeah, there's boulders, though. But anyway, so I saw this friend at Stop and Shop. You know, he was like in a nice little, not suit, but like one of those, you know, tie and collar shirts, stuff like that. So he seems to be doing pretty well, you know, based on that one observation. But, I don't know. There was also this moment, it was just for like a second, where when I noticed who it was, and I was considering whether or not to say something, he looked over at me for a second, and our like eyes locked together, and I kind of like felt like it was like that point where he was thinking, oh yeah, it's him. I don't really want to talk to him. So, I mean, I don't know, that could just be my own paranoia talking, but I usually like to think I have a pretty good feel for when people want to engage in that kind of conversation. Just because I just feel like, you know, you can see traits how you feel in them. Like, they'll look up, they'll notice you, and then they'll like quickly look back down and like pretend to be examining. Can you do the Song of Time block in here? There's a Song of Time block in here. I don't think you can do it from down here though. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the other girl I saw, though, I used to be friends with, I did notice her before, and truth be told, I was the one in that conversation that didn't really feel like getting involved with something, just because, you know, I didn't want to, like, go into, like, you're still at the same job, when are you going to, like, do something with your life? I'm like, well, I'm looking for other work, and then I'll be told, no, you're not looking hard enough, because it shouldn't take you this long. And it's like, okay, how are you doing? But she was in such a fucking bad mood, because she's also working retail, you know. And I also thought it was funny because she was someone that always questioned, why am I still in retail if I don't enjoy it so much, when she herself is pretty much in the same exact situation I am. But I don't know, whatever it was, she was just in this awful, terrible mood, and was just so angry with everything she was talking about. I found out she actually works a few stores down from me. I didn't know that. But, I don't know. I told her about losing my house and everything. She seemed angry about that too. Like, just another fucking awful thing happening to people our age in the world. I don't know. But what was weird was, I actually, when I was on my break, I was sitting in my car outside in the parking lot, listening to music, and I saw her coming out of her store then, and she just was like on this march across the street to get something from a restaurant or something, probably. But man, cars were coming from both directions, and she just did not even stop to look to see if it was okay. She just kept marching there. The cars like braked, they honked at her, and she just like flipped them both off and just continued walking. And it was just like, dang dude, that is one seriously angry girl. So I don't know what else is going on with her. Maybe it's just how much she hates her job, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, she's got a bachelor's just like me. I could just say the same thing. Why isn't she in something better? But I know more than anyone just how, you know, easy it is to get trapped in the same job, to be there enough to feel like, you know, you're busier than you are, maybe. I don't know. How did I even get on this? I was talking about Mario 64. And I got into the friend that I borrowed that from. Yeah, I don't know why. I usually end up seeing a lot of the people that I used to go to high school with in Stop and Shop, believe it or not. There's this guy that's been working there ever since, you know, we were in high school. And, you know, I still see him doing the same thing. I still see him pushing carts. I still see him, you know, he has this thing where he asks everybody, when's the party tonight? And I still overhear him asking that to people he recognizes that's going in. 2 of the people I went to high school with were also working there until recently. Well, actually, like 3 or 4 were, but these 2 I know because they're friends with another one of my friends. I hear stories from them, but I don't know, it's just... It's odd that that's the place I would run into people from the most, compared with, compared to other places. Like, I would have thought more populated places like the mall or things like that, that's where I would be running into people more often. Maybe at, like, Wawa for gas or stuff like that, but no, I don't know. This one particular grocery store, I guess, is where we meet up, with all our high school friends. I used to have this running joke where our Applebee's was like a high school reunion. I haven't been in that Applebee's since, well, a really long time, because I had some... Truth be told, I had another falling out with a so-called friend at Applebee's, and I just haven't really had the desire to go back to that particular one, or any real Applebee's, to be honest, since then. But that was a guy that was, you know, very obviously pretending to be my friend and using me until he got what he needed, and then he just dropped me. Started treating me like garbage. Although, to be fair, you know, even back when he was pretending to be my friend, he still treated me like garbage, too. Like, that was a guy that had so many red flags. It's quite honestly my own fault for not being able to see it. But I don't know, I guess I was just like in a point in my life where, you know, I was starting a new job and I was surrounded by, you know, new people, and I just wanted to, you know, meet new friends and stuff like that, that I was just perfectly willing to, you know, let anybody, you know, go out of my way to help anybody out. And, you know, once, like I said, once he got what he needed, he pretty much just dropped me. So, you know, at least with that, though, it's like, it's fine to get over it. It's the people that, like, are in a gray area that were actual friends to you that just kind of dropped you for no reason. That's a little more confusing. Where it's like, you don't want to hate them. And maybe you even don't, but you don't really know how to feel about them. And you wish, you know, you did have the closure or whatever. Man, I'm talking a lot about my personal life in this one. I think we're almost at the end there. I kind of want to stop now. It's kind of bringing me down. Just finish this room up, and then I think we're going to call it an episode. And we're probably going to be able to finish the temple in the next episode. I also want to double check my guide, too. And, well, maybe we can do it here. No, we're still missing a Skulltula. I gotta make sure I find out where that is. You might think it's weird to see, like, a wooden crate out of nowhere just to put down on this switch, but, well, there you go. Alright, this is the perfect place to stop. So anyway, thank you for listening to my, like, little rant there. I didn't mean to go on for quite so long about all that stuff. I'm never really sure if I'm even making total sense when I'm talking about it, just because, I don't know. It's all situations that happen, you know, and I replay in my head. I never really talk too much about them. especially when no one's talking back. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching. We're gonna finish up the Fire Temple in the next one. I'll see you then. Bye.